Hello and welcome to the Silver Kings War. I'm Michael Sievers, the writer, producer, and creator of this podcast series about my father's Second World War as a B-26 bombardier. Today we are in the third play in this sequence. The title is Serviceman, and this is the introduction. This play, Serviceman, is the third in a World War II series about a young man, Stanley Silverfield, who joined the United States Army Air Corps to serve his country as an aviator. Born on April 23, 1923, to Milton and Sarah Bell Silverfield in Birmingham, Alabama, Stanley was the second child in a prosperous Jewish family. His older sister, Leona, was known as the Duchess. Stanley was a freshman at the University of Illinois when the country declared war against the Axis powers on December 8, 1941. As the draft loomed, Stanley finished the school year and joined the enlisted Reserve Corps in June 1942. And then he rode a troop train from Birmingham to Nashville, Tennessee on January 10, 1943. Thompson Lake, Tennessee was headquarters for the Army Air Force Classification Center, and Stanley, a hopeful flyer, was posted to pilot school at Maxwell Field in Montgomery, Alabama in 8 days. His rise began over 3 weeks of living with 38 men around coal stoves in a shed. It was a shock, but the guys and food were good. He's 6 feet, 160 pounds, with perfect vision. His goal to become an American aviator. 90 days later, on April 28, 1943, Stanley washed out of pilot school in Lakeland, Florida. His rating, flying deficiency. And 9 months after that desperate day, on January 15, 1944, he graduated from bomber school in Carlsbad, New Mexico. Second Lieutenant Stanley Lester Silverfield, Bombardier Navigator, Army of the United States. On November 5, 1944, Stanley saw Germany for the first time. He rode in the nose of a B-26, the Martin Marauder. Stanley dropped death so others might live. The war in Europe ended with Germany's surrender on May 7, 1945. And Japan, after American nuclear weapons destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, offered to surrender on August 10, 1945. The official Japanese surrender was aboard the battleship USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay on September 2nd of 45. General Douglas MacArthur was a signatory as Supreme Commander for Allied powers. This is Serviceman.